Well, hello everyone, welcome to the game. This is going to be Ryden7's final promo match for his Challenger series. He's 2-2 so far. If he wins this one, he makes it into Challenger. He will be, I believe, the 6th person in. But if he doesn't make it, then he will have to try. Once again, we have some big players in this game. We're going to head right in there so we can see who all is participating. And there we go. On our blue team, the Empire here, we have Chowster and Don't Mash Me in the bottom lane playing Thresh, and Lucian in the jungle will be Moon Young with a Moo. Someone who we saw just a little bit earlier on Nidalee will be Sonetta Fanny on Akali in the mid lane, and Squeesh will be top on Darius, and I believe Squeesh is Satoshi, or Satoshi, please. And going to take that Darius top up against Ryden7's Mundo, who we saw a couple times earlier tonight, actually. He has won one, lost one that we've been casting, and this is going to be his final chance to get in. But he's going to represent the top lane of the Rebel team with Gumpa on the mid lane playing Talon. And the rest of our team will be Leona Gone Wild supporting Pillow-esque on Caitlyn, and Broken Shard from Determined Gaming jungling that Vi. Both junglers will start on the bottom side of the map, moving up to the top to enable the top or middle lanes as gank opportunities early on. If they don't do that, they end up blue. It can be a little bit harder to move in for a gank. And Goomba has a pretty strong advantage on Akali early on in the game with that rake, as well as the auto attack damage and reset from his Q. And missing that rake is going to cost him a bit of mana, though. Unfortunately, Talon doesn't have the best wave clear, which can hurt him, just depending on how this lane goes. Eventually, Akali will have a lot of single target damage, but Talon has a bit more even match at every point going in there. He scales a lot more evenly. In the bottom lane, a lot of aggression from Don't Mash Me and Chowster. And with all the minions here, Leona Gone Wild could be in a rough spot. Leona's taking a lot of damage from the caster minions there. The Flay backwards and the Piercing Light going to force the flash out of Leona there. A good move from Chowster and Don't Mash Me. Themselves up in a level advantage. Goomba moving in pretty far. Moonyoung coming in for the early Amumu gank. He has his bandage toss up. Let's see if he can get the slow there with the red buff. Goomba forced to move away. There's the stun in from the bandage, a flash in the first blood for Moonyoung, grabbing up 352 gold. It is a little bit reduced because it is early in the game. Broken Shard comes in with the aggressive Vault Breaker. It takes a lot of damage there from the tears, as well as the red buff. Is able to escape off the end there, but took more damage than he would have liked. Up in the top, Satoshi is pressing in pretty far up against Ryden7. Darius, we've seen this matchup earlier tonight, actually, where Darius has a much better early game against Mundo, but eventually Mundo can scale it pretty well with his defensive capabilities. Once he gets that Sunfire Cape, that's probably his first item, and then moving into some magic resistance and additional health on top of that. Broken Shard going to move up here. They are duoing, so I expect to see Broken Shard and Ryden making some pretty good plays together, but right now Broken Shard's just going to go ahead and fall back a bit and jump right back into that jungle. Oh, I have forgotten to move around our scoreboard here, but I will move everyone right into the proper position so we can compare and see who's doing better in their lanes. Broken Shard moving up here on the Squeech. Satoshi does not have a ward up here, and that could be a bad spot for him. Leona Gone Wild going down in the bottom lane to the gank from Amumu. She went back in to a rather unfortunate position, and now Goomba and Broken Shard could look to go in onto Sonata Fanny. Let's see, Sonata Fanny actually tries to turn it around, but there's Broken Shard coming in with the Vault Breaker. Sonata will be able to escape with the stealth coming out of that Twilight Shroud, and will escape right off the back here. A good avoidance of the gank there by Akali. Will survive to live another day just farming up that middle lane. Like Boy said, Akali is a tadpole until she hits level 6 and just really has to play carefully in that lane. Can't really do too much until she has that ultimate, that Shadow Dash. And Shadow Dance, sorry, Shadow Dash is of course Shen's taunt ability. Sonata Fanny just trying to land that mark, trying to get in some damage, but has to be careful since Broken Shard is waiting off in the wings. Broken Shard spending a bit of time here He's falling a bit behind in his experience. Jomumu has already hit level 5. There's going to be the aggression in from Gumpa. Broken Shard tries to get with the Vault Breaker, finds Sonata Fanny, but the Twilight Shroud is there for the defense. On low health, though, I'm not sure he can stay around too long. Once Gumpa hits his level 6 and has that ultimate, it could be too much damage and mobility for Akali to put up with. We'll see how he decides to play it. Right now he's staying in. There's Gumpa, goes in aggressively, taking up some turret shots. So does the Ignite on Sonata, though. Gumpa is taking too much damage from the turret. Is going to fall. Trade 1-for-1. A long fight there, but managing to finally take out Akali. Pillowesk taking a lot of damage in the bottom lane to Don't Mash Me. This Thresh Lucian lane is so powerful. The 100% wife steal lane, as it's so titled. Moonyoung now finding Broken Shard. Has a bit of slow there, but can't quite do it. Broken Shard goes back in with the Vault Breaker, which I'm surprised to see, but Moonyoung doesn't have his bandage toss up yet, and won't be able to find the kill there. Chauster just zoning out Pillowesk from this wave. Pillowesk still has a little bit more CS than Don't Mash Me, but if he can't get far ahead in his CS, then Don't Mash Me will certainly have a better mid game. If they get into a team fight, he has so much AoE ability from his Ardent Blaze, Piercing Light, and from his Culling, which isn't necessarily AoE, but it tends to hit more than one person. Oh, Sonata Fanny runs around in the jungle, is able to find Broken Shard and burst him down rather quickly. Broken Shard is going for that Spirit of the Delicious, so won't have much takiness here earlier, and now Sonata is moving around, but they expect him to come, and Talon is coming from the side. There is the Shadow Dance in, he flashes and Shadow Dance back over Pillowesk. There's the Q to find it. Now throwing that Shroud, he's going to try and escape from Gumpa, but he is silenced up. The ward didn't spot him out. I'm not exactly sure how Talon was able to get in there for the dash, but nonetheless, he found the kill there onto Akali, turning it back around. Single kill on the Pillowesk, going to keep him back a little bit with Don't Mash Me continuing to farm up that bottom lane. But ultimately, it won't be too much. Blue team still coming up to about a 1,000 gold advantage with all the kills they found around the map. Sonata is going to get stronger and stronger as the game goes on, and our Rebel team certainly has to be careful of them. Ooh, Ryden7 up in the top lane. I'm having trouble directing my camera up to him. There he is. Pops the sadism. That took a bit of effort. That's why I don't do... I prefer not to do the camera very much. The LCS has their own camera, guys. There's some pretty lucky ducks. Gumpa trying to go in on the bottom, isn't able to find anything, just has to run right back up to mid, or might be looking back down here as Chauster and Don't Mash Me continue to farther and farther. They know that Pillowesk isn't there. Leona Gone Wild goes in with the Zenith Blade, but doesn't have his teammates there close enough. This could be the bait they're looking for, though, as Gumpa comes closer and closer. That bottom bush is warded, but the tri-bush is not. Gumpa is still going to fall back. Spends a lot of time there and allows Akali to even up some of that farm. He is going to go for that Ravenous Hydra for his first item, picking up the pickaxe and the longsword for the Tiamat. Moonyoung misses the stun there. Oh, he's able to ult out of it and gets enough movement speed that Moonyoung can't catch him up with that Curse of the Sad Mummy. Really solid play there from Goomba, not really spending much at all besides the short ultimate cooldown to escape from that gank. Now Sonata Fanny believes he can go back in on the Goomba and is certainly doing a lot of damage. In order to avoid falling off, I feel like Goomba really needs to do a bit more in here. There's a Twilight Shroud. Sonata Fanny doing a lot of damage to Goomba, but the... turning it around the Goomba doing an enormous amount of damage. Directed camera, please. Sonata Fanny now shadow dancing back out to the minion. Is going to be able to escape from that one. And I'm not too sure what kind of coding decided that we needed to see that now. Broken Shard falling immediately, getting caught out by that bandage toss. 7-2 advantage for the blue team. Ryden7's chances of getting into Challenger are diminishing, but we'll see if he can't turn this around. We've seen some good comebacks tonight, and we hope to see some more as, the Rebels are always the underdogs here, and we wouldn't mind seeing a nice comeback story. Leona Gone Wild going in hard onto Don't Mash Me. Throws on the Ignite and the Solar Flare, but is flash away from Lokodoku, who also pops that barrier. Leona Gone Wild now in a rough spot. The Death Sentence catches onto him. There's the flay back. Pillowesk now taking up the turret. The box catches Leona Gone Wild. Moonyoung is there, has the stun from the bandage toss and the tantrum. Those tears are going to chip her down eventually. Unless, yeah, there it is. Finally, after some time. Goomba goes on to Sonata Fanny for a bit of damage. Whoa, Broken Shard in the top lane. catches a kill onto Darius, which I did not see. I'd like to see exactly how that gank came about up there. And there's Ryden7 actually going in pretty aggressively onto Satoshi, who believes he can turn this around with the damage. He throws the Nux and Guillotine, but the regen from Ryden7 is just a bit too much. He's able to survive through that one. Really well played to him. And, you know, bringing kills to their team is going to help them stay in this game. They desperately need it if they can possibly pull out a win here. Oh, Sonata Fanny and Gumpa trading under the turret once again. Sonata Fanny almost dies. Oh, the minions were close to taking her out. But Gumpa was not able to find that dive this time. And with a 2-4 score, I'm not sure he can afford to go in that aggressively onto Akali anymore. Blue team certainly has a good team fight potential with that Amumu and the Curse of the Sad Mummy just really doing a lot to close down the enemy team, to enable Sonata Fanny to jump around and assassinate targets, for Satoshi to get in there for the apprehend, and just kind of for the cleanup to come out from the rest of that team. However, our red team has so much kiting potential and single target elimination that if they can continuously catch people out with a solar flare maybe, or with that assault and battery from Broken Shard, they also could, you know, put a fight in their favor before it even begins, which is how they're going to be looking to play this. Broken Shard is moving in towards the bottom lane, as well as Moon Young, but Moon Young is a bit farther behind. Broken Shard coming in close. He's retreating by his own team, but Leona Godwild looks for the Zenith Blade, finds the Sun and the Snare on the Loco Doco. Gwyn goes to stand on top of the Lantern, but you can't do that anymore. And Don't Mash Me finds his way out of there. It's hard not calling him Loco Doco since I have casted that form 80k for Quantic. Now Pillowesque and Leona Godwild trading on, but there's Moon Young coming in with the stun going on to Leona Godwild. The Ace in the Hole comes across, but it's tanked up by a Mumu. Leona Godwild falling low on the end. Sonata Fanny is able to grab in there. The fly backward keeps him in range long enough. Broken Shard comes in for the defense on the turret, but can't do much more than that. And top lane is still top lane. Not a lot happening here unless we were to get a jungler gank in there. And with both junglers on the bottom side of the map, I don't expect to see that here. Gumpa pushing in on the middle lane, getting quite a bit of damage. Moon Young tries to come in, gets the stun there from the bandage toss on the minion. With Don't Mash Me taking the first turret of the game there. Down in the bottom lane. This is a 4,500 gold advantage for the blue team. A pretty good lead. Oh, Sonata Fanny taking out Broken Shard there with Gumpa caught in a bad spot, has to pop the ultimate, trying to run away, but he gets slowed up by the box, and that's Akali with the double kill, moving on to Pillowesque, trying to go for the triple kill. The Ardent Blaze connects onto Pillowesque, but it doesn't quite kill him. Leona gone wild now trying to find a kill on the Sonata Fanny, gets flayed backwards. Don't Mash Me trying to continue on there. The flash in from Chowster is going to find the kill in the top lane. Satoshi did grab a kill onto Ryden7. That will be a 4-4-1 here. And the blue team continue to push this up. Don't Mash Me has disconnected though, and I'm not too sure what that's all about. Yeah, this is not looking like a great spot for Ryden to be in. He definitely doesn't want to be this far behind. This is the game that would determine if he gets in the challenger or not. But you know, he's still keeping up in farm. He's only 1 kill down. He has a single death. And there's Don't Mash Me reconnecting. Aw, man, that disconnect could have been what gets Ryden7 in the challenger. Wouldn't have made for the most interesting game, though, so I'm glad he's back here. Now Akali's coming back. Maybe a bit of, you know, who knows? Maybe Ryden7 is a computer wizard, and he's DDoSing the enemy team to keep them down. But no, of course he wouldn't do that. You know, he's from Utah. Everyone in Utah has to be nice, right? We have to hope though that Akali can rejoin us though, and that we can see a full 5 versus 5. It would certainly take some strain off of me shoutcasting to not have to see Akali jump into the fight. But of course, it's going to be exciting for everyone to see, and I'll do my best to keep up with it. If he does rejoin us, he's going for the Hextech Gunblade on top of the Seeker's Armguard he already has, which is an excellent pickup to defend a lot of that attack damage, not only from Gumpa, but from the entire red team, who are rather AD heavy. Ryden7 and Leona, really the only ones with some magic damage. but it's not going to be enough to worry about. Now, Don't Mash Me going pretty aggressive on the Gumpa, forcing the stealth out of it. Moonyoung tries to flash and bandage toss in, but Gumpa jukes the other way and does actually burn a pretty large cooldown for Amumu there. That flash is so important for an Amumu initiation, and we'll be down for about the next 4.5 minutes. Gumpa now looking to defend up this turret. Knows he can't lose out too many turrets here. They're 6,000 gold behind, and he knows he's 2-5. He has to do a bit more for his team. Broken Shard moves in here, but there is Akali back from the dead. There is a huge stun from Amumu, locking up multiple members of the enemy team. The double kill there for Akali. Kills going as well over to... oh no, only a single kill for Akali. Ryden7 now taking down to that bleed damage. Let's see if he falls. Oh, Satoshi takes him out in the top lane. Noxing Guillotine proving a little too strong. That fight was rather hectic, but it really just came down to a huge culling from Don't Mash Me, a big stun from Curse of the Sad Mummy, which is only a snare, I suppose, that also keeps you from auto-attacking, but you can still cast spells. Chauster tries to find the Death Sentence on the Pillow-esque. Pillow-esque is going to continue to try an auto-attack to defend this turret, but he's not going to find it. Ace in the hole comes across on him. Moonyoung does a good deal of damage. The Zenith Blade misses, though. Broken Shard continuing on here does not have enough health to stay in that long. Leona gone wild, having to treat off the end here after losing that jungler. Moonyoung finally did fall. Goomba tries to get in there with the flash. So now Fanny tries to jump over the wall as well to get on the Pillow-esque, but is stunned up by Leona for long enough for Gumpa to claim out the kill there. A couple kills returned for the red team could help them get back in the game, but they're still 9,000 gold behind. Gumpa isn't able to catch on the Chauster here unless he decides to. Oh, he jumps right over the Death Sentence. The Flay is there for the back. Oh, and Chauster's going to be able to get the kill here under the turret. And Gumpa was outplayed there. I am sorry. Red team going to go for their first major objective of the game, taking out this Baron, or Dragon, not a Baron at all. Not going to be that important, although we did see Ryden go for that Baron in the last game as a bit of a desperation. It helped keep them in for a bit longer. Satoshi moving in onto Leona, forcing her back to the base. Ryden7 and Broken Shard are here from the side, though. The Zenith Blade connects, and Ryden7 moves in onto Satoshi, but Leona falls low. Noxing Guillotine is there, but Satoshi does fall. Don't Mash Me goes in aggressively with the Relentless Pursuit, finds a actually double kill, goes over to Satoshi. Now all the culling comes across. Broken Shard is able to knock him out of his culling with the Vault Breaker and finds a kill. Oh, Sonata Feni jumps right onto a Leona trap and onto a Caitlyn trap, gets caught there, has to throw on Twilight Shroud to keep Gumpa from killing him. Gumpa does have his ultimate up, and I wonder if we're going to see the duel there between the two assassins, AD and AP, all coming together for a whole lot of bloodshed. 11, 3, and 4 on this Akali. Sonata Feni really in a huge position right here. Similar to maybe what we saw from Voyboy earlier this week on Curse, with a huge Akali play coming out of there. He had a slightly more aggressive jungler in that Pantheon than what you can see from Mumu, but the team fights are really where Blue Team is going to shine here. That culling, we've seen how much damage it can do, coming out with the Bloodthirster, going for a Trinity Force next for a good deal of attack damage and attack speed, which is oh so good on Lucian. But with those assists, he's almost looking like a support this time. Don't Mash Me 2, 1, and 10. More assists than anyone else in the game. Goomba looking for a Akali there, might want to go in since he knows he has Ryden7 backing him up. But he sees Chauster, knows what happened last time he tried that, and decides to back off from this one. Oh, he goes right in there onto Akali, who pops Twilight Shroud. There's the ultimate from Goomba, and he has to back off the side here. Now Satoshi pulls him in, but Goompa's able to flash out. No, Akali continues in onto Goomba. Broken Shard in the middle of the fight, trying to find onto Akali. And there's Pillow-esque taking him out, but Don't Mash Me with the Gunslinger is able to take out Pillow-esque as well. Broken Shard in a rough spot. Oh, man. Don't Mash Me able to find the kill there. The Solar Flare stuns him, though. Leona takes out the kill on Lokodoko. Loka has a double kill there, catching Chauster as well. That's bottom lane duo Q. There's no match for the support. Moonyoung now looking to go finish off Leona. Does have the percent health damage from the tears. I am not interested in Goomba right now. Directed camera. The stun catches on the Leona gone wild, but I'm not sure Moonyoung has the mana or the damage to finish this out. He's going to turret dive Leona now and finally back out. These supports really holding their own here. And my voice needs to take a little bit of rest here. This is pretty interesting. So yeah, one unique build is Blade of the Ruined King out on Satoshi here. And a unique build, he could be just messing around a little since he seems so far ahead. Oh, Kali moving on to the Gunpa, and I'm not sure Gunpa can escape this one with the stealth. There is a ward in that bush, and Sonata Feni is going to be able to find that, taking about half of his life, but still with the continuous kills out of here, bringing him up to 13, 4, and 6. He's proving to be a bit of an unstoppable force for the blue team. Like I was saying, that Blade of the Ruined King will both help Satoshi stick onto people as well as apply bleed stacks quicker. However, he eventually might need to get a little bit tankier, else it could cost him. All the culling comes across on the Pillowesk, and he falls low. Sonata Feni is able to follow up under that, and Pillowesk was not expecting that amount of damage or that range. Sonata Feni now escaping off the side with that stealth, leaving his ally, Don't Mash Me, to die. And I certainly need to keep my hand on the mouse here as directed camera. It's finally putting me in the right spot. Sonata Feni tries to jump over the wall, but Broken Shard is able to find that now. Assault and Battery over the wall onto Moonyoung, who's 2v1ing this right now. I believe they have to back off from him. There is the huge Curse of the Sad Mummy, able to find almost 2 kills. The flash over the wall going to be his second double kill for this jungler in the jungle. Goomba looking around for some prey. Going to be spotted out by a ward there, and I don't think Moonyoung will be falling anytime soon. Satoshi is coming right back up to the top lane to farm up, going for a Trinity Force after. Like I said, a very squishy build. He's died 3 times, more than almost anyone on his team, and he has to be careful, but they're just so far ahead. 14, 5, and 7 on that Akali. 31 kills in 21 minutes for just this team. Chaucer throws down the box. Ryden7 tries to do it, and Satoshi doesn't take the Lantern, which could spell death for Chaucer. Ace and Hole comes across, and Ryden7 takes the kill out on there. Satoshi decided not to help out his support, and it ended up costing Chaucer's life. I'm not sure Satoshi could have turned it, though, with all of the members there on the red team. Just doing what they can to take out a couple of these members, bring the odds back in their favor a bit. If they can take out the Zakali before the fight starts, that might be their opportunity. Broken Shard tries to go with the Vault Breaker. Pillowesk is there on the side. Akali might want to try and 1v2 this, though. Has to be careful he doesn't step onto the trap there. There's a huge jam on the Pillowesk, and the culling comes across. Don't Mash Me finds the kill, flashes over the wall on the Broken Shard, and Broken Shard turns around with the Assault and Battery. Oh, man. Huge damage on the Loco Doke onto Don't Mash Me, who is avenged, finally, by Sonata Feni. Goomba caught out here by Squeech is going to be stunned up there blindly and will fall there to the bleed from Darius. Satoshi with yet another kill up in the top lane. Didn't pop his Blade of the Ruined King there, but clearly didn't need to, as Goomba did escape from that one, or did not escape from that one by any means, is what I meant to say, of course. Hey, it's getting late. You have to cut me a little bit of slack. It is now 2:30 my time. Wow, a good point there brought up in the chat. Moonyoung has 141 CS, which is more than both ADCs, both mid laners, and the only person that has more CS than him are the top laners. Satoshi at 183, a pretty low CS game considering the time in, but they've just been fighting non-stop. That is 49 kills in just 23 minutes. That is more than 2 kills per minute so early in the game, before we've had any big 5 versus 5 team fights, which we might see soon, depending on where Sonata Feni decides to go in. There he is on the Gumpa with a lot of damage. He is silenced up, though. Gumpa tries to skip on the side there with his stealth. Sonata Feni continues in. He's able to grab the kill there. The culling came across with a lot of damage from Don't Mash Me. Satoshi finds a kill on the Pillowesk. There's another kill from Akali. The Assault and Battery comes in on the Satoshi, who finally manages to find him, but Akali comes in for the quadra kill. The pentakill was not there. Satoshi stealing it away much earlier on, so not quite the penta steal, but still really a huge carry from Sonata Feni, going to most likely keep Ryden7 out of Challenger today. He's still going to be High Diamond 1, might be able to stay in there, and I think this is Don't Mash Me's Challenger promos as well. I don't know how far in he is, but this could be close to him getting Challenger. We'll see as the first inhibitor of the game falling down, which in Korean terms would be about a 98% chance of blue team taking out this game. Leona trying to find Munya. Gumpa goes in, but can't assassinate him. Akali's there for the huge damage. Ace in the hole blocked by Akali as well. Broken Shard finally flashes in, takes the kill out with the Tiamat, but does fall soon after. There is the Zanyas from Sunlight. If anybody is stunned up, Ryden7 tries to continue on. The static Shiv proc did find the kill there. Don't Mash Me is able to find it with the Ardent Blaze. Ryden7, though, not going to have any of Don't Mash Me's games. Misses the cleaver, but does finally take him down with the Burning Agony. A really solid play from blue team there, falling in the end, giving up quite a few kills, but able to take out the inhibitor. Chouster trying to survive on the end, but that shield's going to be a bit too much from Leona. Now there's Satoshi finding Ryden7. He has his Blade of the Ruined King and his Apprehend. Let's see if he decides he does use the Crippling Strike. There's the Apprehend. He hasn't used his Blade of the Ruined King yet, which is quite surprising, but he has the Noxian Guillotine. There it is. Now there's the Blade of the Ruined King onto Leona Gone Wild. The Gumpa's there from the side to go back and on Satoshi. The Noxian Guillotine is there. He finds a lot of damage on Leona Gone Wild, but not enough to finish him off. Leona will survive through this one. A lot of health on that Sunfire Cape. And, one pickup for red team at least there. A 1-for-1 trade. They're only 10,000 gold behind, which is a lot less of an advantage than what we saw last game. Oh, there's Akali going in onto Gumpa, bursting him down enormously with huge damage. Broken Shard is off to the side, not able to continue in on there. If you take a look at that Akali build, that is a Zhonya's Hourglass, Lichbane, and a Hextech Gunblade, which is a solid amount of defense, auto attack damage, and ability power. That Lichbane synergizing so well with Akali's kit of applying and triggering procs on the Q. Now Chouster, Munyang, and Don't Mash Me looking to take down this Baron. Doing pretty good work on it. Amumu's pretty solid at taking down these high health targets with that % health damage on his W. We'll see if Broken Shark can get in there for the steal. He's going to charge up his Vault Breaker, go in. Moonyoung throws down a little bit too late. Red team steals away the Baron. The Assault Battery comes across onto Don't Mash Me over the wall. This could be the comeback they're looking for. Don't Mash Me escapes off the side though, turns around for some damage on the Broken Shard, but Ryden7 pops to Sada's ultimate, is going to look to continue on to it. The Lantern is there, but it won't save Chouster since he can't take it himself. And red team turns it around just a bit. Broken Shard caught out here by Satoshi. He's going to fall. There's Akali. Maybe in for the cleanup. Has to pop the Zhonya's Hourglass and is caught here between 3 members, but looks to go into Pillowesk. Bursts him down, and Pillowesk put himself in a bad spot, giving Akali the escape. Akali will now continue in onto Leona. This would be his 3rd kill. Coming out here, there he's, not quite going to find it. Let's see. Satoshi steals it away. At the very end, though, 23 kills for this Akali. And, you say, just shut down Akali early, just build tanky, Akali can't carry. Yeah, these are challenger players who have died, made 14 times as Akali. This could be the game here. Ryden7 and Goomba are there for the defense. Don't Mash Me is actually just going to recall there, opting not to take the Nexus. Ryden7 going to connect with the Cleaver, but the recall still went through for Don't Mash Me. The game is 12,000 gold apart. Satoshi stepping on a track. Could be his death. Broken Shard tries to continue on. The Lantern is there. He's able to take it. And Broken Shard can't quite follow up. There's Moonyoung coming in with the Curse of the Sad Mummy. Goomba gets burst down immediately, even in his stealth, with Akali continuing back in onto Broken Shard. The Sultan Battery isn't enough to take him down. Ryden7 now trying to run away, but the huge CC from Chouster's Thresh. That will be the game here for our blue team. Unless we can see the craziest defense from the bottom lane of Pillowesk and Leona Gone Wild. I don't expect it in any way, though. Who knows? It'll be fun to see the Soul Thread goes down on this Chouster, and Don't Mash Me. Chouster falls for the first death, but that is Pillowesk falling down quickly. Gumpa is going to respawn soon. Leona Gone Wild trying to defend there. Moonyoung taking out the double kill, almost falling to the turret there, but staying alive for just a bit. Goomba is respawning here. Does not have his ultimate yet, nor his flash. Let's see if he can mount the defense. No, he's just going to give up in his base, allowing the Nexus to fall, and that will be the game for the blue team. Unfortunately, Ryden7 did not get Challenger this time, but we'll hope he can grab it next time, since, it's fun to cheer for someone. Well, thank you everyone for watching the stream today. I've been streaming for a long time. This is the 4th game I've casted, and I played one for you earlier, a crazy 4 versus 5 comeback that was a lot of fun. I'll be uploading a lot tonight. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube so you see all my videos. Make sure you leave a comment for what I can do better in my casting. Later tonight, my casting fell off a little bit just as I was pretty tired. It's 2:36 in the morning. Congratulations to Ryden7 for doing well. Remember to like him on Facebook. I'll post that link in chat. He did really well, going 2-3 in his Challenger Series, not making it in, but still putting on a good show for us. We'll hope he can make it in next time. I'll try and do my best to cast it if I can catch him there. And good night to everyone. I'll join you all in chat. And go ahead and go to our pause screen.